Yeah.
But once you've got that, you transfer it into your normal stance, and you did it pretty much straight away there.
Oh, Anders, that was absolutely ripped.
It's mad, isn't it? The strike you achieve. What I like about this, though, is within a 4 or 5 shots, not only will you have a feel for this, you will have a very distinct feel of clearing your hips better and keeping your chest on top of it, but the strike is unbelievable.
Okay.
So you might thin a couple, but I promise you the strike's unbelievable.
Right, Anders, early extension. A lot of comments in the comment section on our previous videos was to ask you about early extension.
Oh, okay. Early extension is basically the pelvis moving towards the golf ball early in the downswing, which tilts the spine angle upwards, usually creates a block or a low point that's early. Quite a lot of the time, actually, people will tell me they've got early extension when they haven't. It's just quite interesting.
What do you mean by that?
They say to me, oh, I suffer really from early extension, and you watch it, and actually it isn't that at all. The fault will lie elsewhere. So, for example, people in a downswing, your weight shift is twofold in a downswing. There is a lateral shift of weight, which moves from the back foot to the front foot, which then turns into a pure rotational movement. People who have loads of lateral movement, but not enough rotational, will often say to me, I suffer from early extension. But it's not early extension. The early extension is the effect.
Okay.
The problem was they have loads of this, but they don't actually rotate well enough. You change the rotation and all of a sudden the early extension's gone. I think sometimes it's misdiagnosed.
I think also people will put that sort of lie on the bum and they'll see, oh my God, I've come off.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you don't rotate and all you do is slide, well, you're never going to hit that lie on the way back.
No, and you see quite a few where they say, oh, put a chair behind you and get your left bum cheek to hit the chair. All of that's good, to be fair, because what it's actually telling you to do is to rotate better.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes is misdiagnosed in the symptom of it ends up as this, but actually what it is that the chest, the sternum's going backwards, the hips are going forward, and there is no rotation. The result should really be that the sternum stays on top and there is an earlier and more aggressive rotation to the left.
Okay.
A brilliant exercise for this, I'll show you, benefits a lot of people. When you do this at first, you might thin it a couple of times.
Okay.
But once you've done a few,
I gotta have a go with this.
It is sweet.
Okay.
So take a normal stance. Then I want you to pull this foot back so it's opposite the heel of your left foot. Now you are going to feel like you're miles away from it, Alex.
Yeah, okay? your toes now are like literally in line. Okay.
In line with the here, yeah.
Okay.
What I would say is don't just walk into a closed stance.
Okay.
So it's normal stance first, then pull this foot back here.
Yeah, because if you walk in with a closed stance, you're going to adjust to be yourself a bit closer.
Yeah, you're going to be too close and just hook it. So you'll feel like you're miles away initially. What I like about this, though, is within a 4 or 5 shots, not only will you have a feel for this, you will have a very distinct feel of clearing your hips better and keeping your chest on top of it, but the strike is unbelievable.
Okay.
So you might thin a couple, but I promise you the strike's unbelievable. So by doing this, what it basically does, it gets your chest to stay on top and it gets the left hip to clear more. This will feel like you're turning left a lot more. The reason being, your hip can only go a tiny bit further forward and then it's got to start turning.
Because you've taken that stance, it limits how much you can do.
You can't go any more that way, so you'll start to rotate left, which is what we should be doing. So let's have a go. So normal stance, pull the left foot back here, keep the chest on top of it, and turn. You'll go.
Can I use my own club?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a really cool exercise.
Because it's almost like everybody would look at this and go, well, why are you not giving me anything to put here? Why are you not doing this?
You won't need it. This is also a great way to pitch, as you'll see in a minute.
Okay.
You can do half pitches with it, but you'll love it.
So I'm stood here normally, bring it back.
Yep. So stay centered now and start to clear left. Get the hips turning left. I think you're going to end up playing like that.
I was maybe a hair thin, but how good was that shot?
Yeah, it's great.
So in essence, what I felt there is, I literally, in my mind, of what I think someone that had a lot of this would feel is my left back pocket could only go backwards like this.
Yeah, they'd feel a very early clearing of the hips and chest left.
So stand normal, pull back, and then sit it.
Clear left. That's kind of what I expect the first couple to be. Just a tiniest bit thin. But once you've done a few, I promise you, you'll never have struck it like it.
And just out of interest, why did you choose this drill? Do you like golfers to do drills that are very much sort of react to me putting you somewhere? Because I noticed the ones that you've given me, for example, with this device here, with the club, with the stick in, it's almost like, okay, I'm going to put you in a scenario that forces your body to react.
Yeah, but if I think that's important.
Yeah.
And I think if you can feel it,
Yeah.
you can replicate it. This is you within 6 shots, you will feel how your hips and chest work here.
Okay.
I think you can replicate it. Good. One more.
Because I know a lot of people will try and do so many like really slow swings, dot to dot positions, whereas I'm getting a feeling, a reactive feeling.
Whilst you're hitting it.
Yeah.
Great.
That felt so aggressive in
Can you feel your left hip there and the chest?
I felt my chest was lower and my left hip was here
Yes.
more.
Is that going to be early extension?
No.
Not in a million years.
Interesting. And if someone was doing this with driver, would you say practice this with an iron,
Yeah.
and those facets of what you've improved will bleed into something longer?
Of course.
Okay.
Same move. Same move.
Oh, that was ripped.
That is fantastic. Now, once
Hey, you said 6 shots. That
took
was a
you
6 shot.
took you 6 shots, but that is where it needs to be. Now, what you do now is you hit another 6 in your normal posture. You recreate that same feeling, exactly the same. I want that same aggressive feeling of the hip and chest going left.
Could we take a video of me doing swing by swing? So
course.
I'll do one that I stand like this, and then we'll do one where I hit normally. So, stand like this coming up first. Oh, Anders, that was absolutely ripped.
It's mad, isn't it? The strike you achieve is incredible.
Hey, I might be using this for myself as well. And then I'll hit one now with the same feelings but stood normally. That was nutted. Let's have a look
Lovely
at
that.
these.
And you'll see, I don't think they'll be that different.
No,
I think they'll be quite close, these, because your movement's good.
that's a really nice feeling. That feels really aggressive and sharp and fast.
So here's the right one is the one with the feet planted in that strange position.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, I moved the wrong one. Can you see the hips clearing?
Oh, yeah.
There's a rotation, very obvious rotation. See it?
Yeah.
Your chest is where?
Well, ahead of the ball.
Yeah. It's an early rotation, clearance, chest over the ball. This was the shot that followed it, which was a fantastic shot. You've actually done well. The right hip's coming forward.
How good's that? How open are my hips there?
It's great.
I'm not even thinking about doing that. I'm just reacting to how you put me there,
It's a good exercise that,
Yeah.
for early extension, but it also shows you if you put your club on the edge of a mat or a bit of furniture or something, and I said to you, can you push that now? Can you really push forward? This would be a powerful position, isn't it? Can
Yeah.
you see where the hands are?
Yeah.
Where's my chest?
On the ball, slightly ahead.
And my right hip
It's moving onto the ball where the
is
ball was.
forward,
Yeah.
it's rotational. If you pushed it, with your, this is only right hand doing it.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Oh,
There's
the
no
hips aren't-
rotation of my
no.
hips at all. That's powerful. Look at the shaft bending.
Yeah.
It's a good way for somebody to feel the difference in the two.
And I think it also explains why. I mean, I get it quite a few times. People come to me the first time and they're like, I play with guys that are older than me that are slightly better handicap, but they hit it way further.
Yeah.
Well, if you do that a little bit better, well, the improvement in ball speed and strike is exceptionally different.
It's a really effective exercise to get the feeling. It took you 6 balls to get that feel.
Yeah.
But once you've got that, you transfer it into your normal stance, and you did it pretty much straight away there.
I think that's an important point. I'm not saying this in a big-headed way. I'm a pretty good golfer. It took me 6, so
Yeah.
if it might take you 7, 8, stick with that drill.
You will get it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Pleasure.